Everything you know about card creation in MLB The Show is a lie. Maybe not everything. That was certainly drastic. That's called a gotcha. That's how we pull you, the viewers, in. Hi everybody, this is Kenny again. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. This is kdjTV and Whiteboard Wednesday, where we talk about MLB The Show content without seeing a lick of gameplay. And in this episode here, we're going to play a little bit of Mythbusters. We're going to combat the notion that all 99s are created equal, that they're 99s. Sure, they say that they're a 99, but I'm pretty sure we can use these horrible cards as examples of why 99s are not created equal. Ramon lied. This is not a direct quote from Ramon, of course, but just go with me here. The fun part about videos like this is that I certainly left cards out. So if you can think of any other 99s that are absolute dog water, comment them down below. Or if you disagree with my takes, I guess comment them down below as well. I'm not going to agree with you, but I will certainly hear you out. This video is inspired by the latest event and its new 12-win reward, Snellzilla. Just when you thought the Incognito series was a thing of the past, SDS has reeled us back in with some more awful nicknames. At least this one's really Blake Snell's nickname. Snellzilla is awful. It's terrible. We hoped, prayed, yearned even, as a community, for Blake Snell to be given a cutter, maybe a sinker, something that'd make him halfway okay. But instead, he was released with 4 pitches of the Joe Random pitch mix variety, and he is just terrible. He is completely unusable. I went to 12 wins in the event, and he was only worth 76,000 stubs, and for an event that's still active, that just tells you how bad the card is. It's just a waste. Blake Snell's a pretty cool guy, though. Shout out to Blake Snell. Blake Snell, this is not personal. Cool guy. Your card's just pretty ass. If you're using Shane McClanahan, stop doing so immediately, because that card is hot garbage. It gets torched basically everywhere you use it. And why is that? It's not because of the attributes. The attributes are pretty darn good. Shane McClanahan is one of those pitchers who is so elite in real life, his stuff just doesn't translate to MLB The Show because, see the previous slide, he's got the Joe Random pitch mix. Nothing he throws is meta. Even if his fastball had outlier, which it might on this card. I truthfully don't even know because I don't care to look at it. It's not going to help it that much because the fastball's pin straight and it's got nothing deceiving to play off of. It's just a really bad card and it's super unfortunate. If Shane McClanahan had a sinker, now we're talking. We're talking about a really cool card that could play off that fastball, get some ground balls, maybe do some interesting stuff. But with the way it's currently constructed and only 4 pitches, Shane McClanahan is best left in the trash. In the grand scheme of cards that are built like shit, Home Run Derby Yvonne Rodriguez, in retrospect, honestly, no hyperbole, you fucking moron. This Home Run Derby Yvonne Rodriguez card might be the worst card to ever exist. It is built like absolute shit. Let's start with the obvious 2 things. He has literally the worst swing of all time. Why is that? Because that worst swing of all time generates absolutely 0 pop. You want to turn on the ball? You better swing yesterday, because there's no chance. His swing is just weirdly long and delayed. It generates no exit velocity. And it's a Home Run Derby card. The whole point is exit velocity. And then, because it's a Home Run Derby card, it don't even field as well as an Yvonne Rodriguez card should field. If you're using a punch card, it's probably because you also value catcher defense. And that's fine. That's not a slight. But this card, but this card is just silly all around. There's plenty of catcher options. Please don't use this one. I can 1,012% guarantee that you forgot we had a 99 Jeff Bagwell in this game. Alas, it is true, and I also partially forgot until I went through my inventory to look at cards to feature in this video. But Cycle Card Jeff Bagwell doesn't even have any remotely close to good hitting attributes that would indicate that this man hit for the gosh dang cycle. He has the second worst swing of all time, behind the guy we just talked about, Yvonne Rodriguez, and it is a shame. It's a damn shame. It's a crying shame. Because Jeff Bagwell, when I was growing up, was one of the most elite hitters in the game. We have never, to my recollection, had an actual meta Jeff Bagwell, in large part because of his swing, but also because they always find a way to make his card stupid. On paper, the milestone Mark McGuire card that we got as the American League collection for the live series way back when the game first dropped, it looks really cool. And then you play with it, and you realize it's maybe the worst live series collection card ever given out. I know the track record for that isn't necessarily too far, That's only gone back a handful of years since they've started doing the live series collection. But that makes it even more evident in my brain that this is by far, hands down, the worst one. You see, Mark McGuire has multiple swings in this game, and because this is a milestone card from the specific season in which he achieved the milestone, he has the worst of the two swings. And what does that swing do for somebody who popped 50 homers as a rookie? It only produces line drives. It is just an awful swing. The other Mark McGuire swing, marginally better. His cards tend to have low vision, at least the ones that we've gotten so far have had low vision, so that has been tough to work with. But if we get another 99 Mark McGuire from his Cardinals days, we should. I don't see why we wouldn't. That has like 85 plus vision. We might be talking about a demon. But this card right here, I never see it anywhere. I know it's been a while since the card came out, but it's also because it's bad. If you think about it, and I'd have to go back and do the science, do the research, John Smoltz might have the most diamonds of any legend in MLB The Show history. This man gets diamonds out the Yin Yang Twins every single year. The 99 Kaiju Series John Smoltz that we currently have is an abomination of a pitcher. Don't use it. I faced it the other day in Ranked, and let me tell you, I blew his doors off. Not only does John Smoltz have one of the smoothest, easiest to pick up deliveries in the game, he also has a Joe Random pitch mix. The difference is he has 5 pitches instead of 4. So, so scary because he has one more extra pitch. To my recollection, I don't think John Smoltz has ever had a good card. On paper, his attributes normally look good, but when you factor in the fact that he's easy to read in the pitch mix, not worth your time. Just simply don't use it. And if you're a Braves fan, I guess even a Cardinals fan, I apologize. I know John Smoltz is a legend. This is no hate to John Smoltz the pitcher. We can use it as hate to John Smoltz the broadcaster, because he is horrible, just like his card. Here's another forgotten card that you guys don't remember. That's the definition of forgotten. We have an award series Gary Carter. This card is terrible, and it is so unfortunate. Because if you guys remember his 96, that 96 Gary Carter was a legit starting caliber catcher option, and then even a bench bat because the way it hit against lefties. I love that Gary Carter card, especially because it meant they retooled his swing to make him usable. The swing on this card is still good. It's still better. But the problem is, this card versus right-handed pitchers is useless, and it makes him pretty tough to play with. He's 86 contact, 91 power versus righties, and you could argue, like, okay, we can play with that if his clutch is high, right? Runners in scoring position, we get him buoyed up a little bit. No, he's got 89 clutch. Just across the board, this card has so many excuses to not use it, which again is so unfortunate, because it was not long ago that we had such a demon of a Gary Carter. I would have loved another one. It's cool when there are a lot of good catchers to use. This just ain't one of them. I don't think SDS thought the introduction of Greg Vaughn through very far. I think the marketing team, who normally does a decent job, should have taken a step back, talked to the content team and said, hey, let's do it this way. I understand why SDS wanted us to have a Greg Vaughn, a 99 Greg Vaughn for set 1. He's a new legend, a name maybe people don't know a ton about, you can learn about. I understand that. All aboard. Why didn't we make it good? Let's make a strong first impression. Your mommy and daddy always told you to do that when you meet new people. SDS didn't do that with Greg Vaughn. He's only got 98 clutch as a power hitter, which sucks. 99 contact versus left, 98 contact versus right is certainly not good. And it's just overall a card that is just boring. No one used it. I don't even see it used in BR, and I didn't see it used in BR when the card just came out. It was overall just poor execution. There's still time to get him another beefy 99. I think it's possible. I think it's likely. This one was just one to forget about. And when it comes to Ozzie Smith, don't even get me started. Even though we just took a hot steamy shit upon all these terrible cards, especially when you compare them to good 99s, like Ronald Acuna and Adley Rutschman and Mickey Mantle and other cards that are obviously harder to obtain, but still very good. Just remember, use the cards you guys like. We have fun with this. I'm not hating on you if you love using Yvonne Rodriguez. I do think you should try other options. But listen, if you like Pudge, use Pudge. Ultimately, use the cards you like. Wayne Gretzky said it first. Michael Scott said it second. I said it third. And with that, I bid you all adieu.